Hello friends, this is teacher JB. Today we are going to study family tree. Family tree, el árbol genealógico. El árbol, tree, genealógico. This is genealogy, Genealógy. So we are studying family tree, or we call this genealogy. Let us study some vocabulary. Mother, and short form or informal, mom. Father, dad. Parent, mom and dad, they are parent. Husband, wife. Son, daughter. So this GH is silent. Daughter. Brother, sister. Grandfather or grandpa. Grandmother, grandma. Here, this D does make a big sound. Grandfather, grandpa. Grandmother, grandma. Grandson, again, know this sound? Grandson. And granddaughter, and grandson and granddaughter become grandchildren. Uncle, aunt, cousin, nephew. This PH has F sound. Nephew. Niece. Father-in-law and mother-in-law and brother-in-law and sister-in-law or son-in-law or daughter-in-law. Okay, let us study the family tree. Bob, Susan, Linda, Tim, Jane, Nancy, Peter, John, Sam, Tom, Kim, Rachel. We have two families here. Mother or mom. Susan is a mother and Linda is a mother. Nancy is a mother and Rachel, she is a mother too. Father or dad. Bob is a father and Tim is a father. Peter is a father and Tom is a father. Parent. Bob and Susan are parents, and Linda and Tim are parents. Nancy and Peter are parents. Tom and Rachel, they are parents. Okay, let's repeat. Mother, mom, father, dad, and parents. Next, husband. Bob is Susan's husband. Tim is Linda's husband. Peter is Nancy's husband. Tom is Rachel's husband. And wife, Susan is Bob's wife. Linda is Tim's wife. Nancy is Peter's wife. And Rachel is Tom's wife. Okay? So we have studied so far mother, mom, father, dad, parent, husband, wife. Now son. Bob and Susan don't have a son. And Linda, Tim, they have two sons, Peter and Tom. And Nancy and Peter have one son, John. And Tom and Rachel have one son, Sam. So the word we just studied is son. Son. And next, daughter. Daughter. Bob and Susan have two daughters, Jane and Nancy. Linda and Tim, no daughters. And Nancy and Peter, no daughters. And Tom and Rachel, they have one daughter, and whose name is Kim. Okay? Son and daughter. Next one, daughter. Susan and Bob have two daughters, Jane and Nancy. Linda and Tim, they don't have a daughter. And Nancy and Peter, no daughter. And Tom and Rachel, they have one daughter, whose name is Kim. And brother. Jane doesn't have a brother. Nancy doesn't have a brother. Peter has a brother, whose name is Tom. Tom has a brother, whose name is Peter. Okay? And sister. Jane has a sister. Her name is Nancy. Nancy has a sister. Her name is Jane. But Peter and Tom, they don't have sisters. John doesn't have a sister. Sam has a sister, and her name is Kim, and Kim doesn't have a sister. Okay? Next thing is grandfather. Grandfather or grandpa. Grandmother or grandma. Bob is a grandfather, and Susan is a grandmother. Linda is a grandmother, and Tim is a grandfather. So grandfather, grandmother, you put together, grandparent, P-A-R-E-N-T-S, grandparents, grandparents. Okay, here we have grandson. John is a grandson to Bob and Susan, and he's a grandson to Linda and Tim. Sam is a grandson to Linda and Tim. And granddaughter, Kim is the only granddaughter. And Bob and Susan don't have a granddaughter. Linda and Tim have one granddaughter, whose name is Kim. And grandchildren. Grandchildren is a plural of grandchild. Bob and Susan have only one grandson, grandchild. But Linda and Tim have three grandchildren, John, Sam, and Kim. Now we are going to study uncle and aunt. Uncle and aunt. Now, Peter is Sam and Kim's uncle. Tom is John's uncle. Okay? Now, aunt. Jane is John's aunt. And Sam and Kim, they don't have an aunt. Cousin. Here we have three children, John, Sam, and Kim. So, John, Sam, Kim, they're cousins. They're cousins. Okay, John is Sam and Kim's cousin, and Sam and Kim are John's cousins. Cousin. Next one, nephew. Nephew. Jane has one nephew. His name is John. And Peter has one nephew. His name is Sam. And niece. Jane doesn't have a niece. And Peter has a niece whose name is Kim. So nephew is a boy. Niece is a girl. Father-in-law. Okay, Bob is the father-in-law of Peter. Okay, and then Linda and Tim. Tim is the father-in-law of Nancy. and Rachel. Mother-in-law, Susan is Peter's mother-in-law. And Linda is Nancy and Rachel's mother-in-law. Brother-in-law, brother-in-law. Okay, the only person who has a brother-in-law is Jane. Jane has a brother-in-law, and he is Peter. Peter doesn't have a brother-in-law. Tom doesn't have a brother-in-law. And sister-in-law. Okay. Nancy is Tom's sister-in-law, and Jane is Peter's sister-in-law, and Rachel is Peter's sister-in-law. Now, son-in-law. Son-in-law. There is only one son-in-law in this genealogy. Peter is Bob and Susan's son-in-law. So Bob and Susan have one son-in-law, and Linda and Tim, they don't have a son-in-law. They have two daughters-in-law. Nancy is Linda and Tim's daughter-in-law, and Rachel is Linda and Tim's daughter-in-law. Okay, today we're going to read Psalm 119, 21, 22. Psalm 119, 21, 22. Tú reprendes a los soberbios, los malditos, que se desvían de tus mandamientos. Quita de mí el oprobio y el desprecio, porque yo guardo tus testimonios. Tú reprendes. Tú reprendes means you rebuke. You rebuke. You scold. A los soberbios. You rebuke the proud. The proud. And los malditos, the cursed. Que se desvían, who stray from your commandments. That is from your commandments. Commandment. Let's read this one more time. Tú reprendes a los soberbios, los malditos, que se desvían de tus mandamientos. The next one. Quita de mí el oprobio y el desprecio, porque yo guardo tus testimonios. Quita de mí. Take away. Away. De mí. From me. Take away from me. El oprobio. El oprobio is the reproach. O-A-C-H. El desprecio. El desprecio is and the contempt. T-M-P-T. Porque? Because yo guardo, I keep tus testimonios. Your testimonies. Testimonies, M-O-N-I-E-S. Just one more time. Quita de mí el oprobio y el desprecio, porque yo guardo tus testimonios. Take away from me the reproach and the contempt. Take away the reproach and contempt from me, because I keep your testimonies. Okay, let's read those verses one more time. Tú reprendes a los soberbios, los malditos, que se desvían de tus mandamientos. You rebuke the proud, the cursed, who stray from your commandments. Quita de mí el oprobio y el desprecio, porque yo guardo tus testimonios. Take the reproach and the contempt away from me, because I keep your testimonies. Okay, thank you for joining me today, and this is the conclusion of today's study. And next time, we are going to study some different vocabularies, otro vocabulario. And until then, keep studying English, and que pasen buen día.